this is the cic.gc.ca website, where you can just click on the English button, and from here just click on the immigration and citizenship, and you can just simply scroll down a little bit until you find this sign in or create an account to apply online. And from here you just need to again scroll down a little until you find this sign in with GCKey button, the option 1. So you do have a lot of options though, but I chose option 1 here. Okay, let's wait for the system to pull it up. And this is where you can sign in your account if you already have an account. So since this is our first time, then all we need to do first is to sign up an account. We need to set up our account. Okay, so click on sign up button right here. And here are the terms and conditions of creating a GCKey account. And on this page, you will see the terms and conditions. The next step would be the username, and then you need to set up your password. And lastly, you need to set up 3 questions and 3 answers. Okay, so on the terms and conditions of your GCKey, so you can just simply read through this, and once done you can just click on the I accept button right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on it. So from here you can just set up your elected username, and I want you to notice on the right side of the page where you can see username checklist. So the system would check whether or not you have followed the checklist on here, like the guidelines for username. So your username should be 8 to 16 characters, no special characters, no more than 7 digits. Okay, and I'm so sorry, I need to cover my username because this is very confidential, as this is my real account. Okay, right, I'm showing you my real GCKey account, so we can just click on continue. Alright, so on the next one is your password. So on here you need to assign your good password, and same with the username. Here you can also see on the left side password checklist. Your password should be 8 to 16 characters, does not contain 3 consecutive characters from the username, and it has the valid characters, has a lower letters, has an upper letters, has digits, and when you later when you type in your password on the confirm your password field, the system would also determine if the 2 matches. Okay, alrighty, so as you can see, it says there's a check marks that everything, all of the guidelines indicated for setting up password had been met. So we can click on next. So my my computer is so weird. It asked me to save the password. Not for now. Okay, so this is the final stage of wrapping up your GCKey account. So as these are very confidential questions and answers, so I will no longer be showing this to you, so you know what to do. Okay, so in this part right here, you need to provide your information, like your basic information first, last name, and good and working email address. So for the first and last name, it should be the same, as it appears on your passport. And for email address, so this is how the IRCC gives you an update on what's going on with your application. This part right here, you will be asked to set up your own questions. That's 4 total, and then your own answers, of course. This is to tighten the security. So when you log into your account, you will be asked your username and your password. That's the first level. And the second level is you will be asked randomly for the questions that you've set up. Like out of the 4 questions, as you log in, you'll be asked either of the 4 questions. And yeah, that is to, strengthen the security of your account. Alrighty, so this is now your landing page of your GCKey account. So you were able to log in. You have successfully created your account. So this is a very fresh account. There is no application that has been submitted as of yet. So it's really new account. So here you can see how to apply for visitor visa, for work permit, or also for study permits. So this is where you can create those applications. Okay, let's click on apply to come to Canada link. And this is the next page that you will see. So the system would ask for personal reference code. So at that time, this is really my first time creating the account, so I don't have the personal reference code. So what is personal reference code? You can see right here. Yeah, you can read it, but I don't have it, so I didn't provide any. On this page, you'll be asked for some eligibility questions. So the system would help you out to determine whether or not you are eligible to apply for a visitor visa. So in this video, I'm going to show you this entire process. So first question, what would you like to do in Canada? So in my case, I would like to visit. How long would that be? So it would be less than 6 months. And for the next question here, select a code that matches the one on your passport. So I'm in the Philippines, so I'm just trying to look for Philippines here, PHL. Okay. What is your current country territory of residence? So also Philippines. Just need to scroll on the choices or selection. So the next question is, do you have family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years or older? In my case, I don't have any relatives living in Canada, so I answered no. And the next information being asked by the system is your date of birth. So for this information, since this is my real date of birth, then I'm going to cover this. Sorry. Okay, so once you're satisfied and you think all of the information are correct and true to you personally, and you can back it up with complete documentations, then you can just hit on the next button. Okay, so the next question is, have you lived in Canada as permanent resident or landed immigrant? No for me. Okay, and then the next button. And are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services number? No for me. And on here, yeah, you're just being asked of your marital status. So yeah, single, never married. What is your province of destination? So it would be New Brunswick for me. Okay, hit next button right here. Alrighty, so this is the initial evaluation of the system, and it says that I am eligible to apply for a visitor visa to travel to Canada. And it also says here that the cost of the visa would be 100 Canadian dollars. It permits me to travel by air, car, and train or boat. Okay? And on this part right here, this is the best part, I think, and we're almost done. This would now determine what are the personal checklists or list of documentations that the system or IRCC would require from you for you to progress on your application. So let's hit on continue here. So find out if you're eligible to apply. So okay, tourism, yeah, that's my answer. The main purpose of your visit is tourism. So this is the next question. If I do have a job, yes, my answer. I own a business, that's also true. Do you depend on someone for financial support? No, just because I would be the one to shoulder my entire trip. Have you traveled? Yes, before. I did. So you just need to truthfully answer everything and back it up with documentations, and yeah, complete documentations is the best. Do you own a business? I'm actually in doubt on this part right here because yeah, I plan not to, but my business is registered, so I'm like afraid also that I might be tick with misinterpretation. So I did, yeah, I did declare that I do have a business. So on this part right here, are you accompanying a family member that has status? So accompanying means, yeah, if I'm going with someone who is already approved to come to Canada, it's a no for me. Have you ever committed, been arrested for, been charged, or convicted? No for me. Okay. Have you had a medical exam? I don't have yet, so it's a no for me here. Okay, and then just hit on the next button right here. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? It's for myself, so it's a no. Are you giving someone access to your application? It's a no for me, because I'm doing this for myself. In the past 10 years, have you given your... It's a no for me. Provided I didn't provide any fingerprints yet. There are fees associated with this application. Yes, I will be paying for the application fees. There is this fee exam, but I didn't bother to read the guidelines and policies for that though. It doesn't apply to me, so. Okay, so are you able to make a digital copy of your documents? Yes, for me. They can actually give you an option for a paper, application. Like you can submit it via paper, but I think that would be a lot longer. Will you be paying your application fees online using credit card? Yep, I'll be paying that. So debit card, Visa or MasterCard are also accepted, but in my case I used credit card. Okay, so it's a yes for me on this question. And then next. Alrighty, so here you would have the chance to review all the answers that you have provided on each of the questions. So far I think we've answered like around 20 questions, like total, like the initial part and then the next part. Yeah, I think it's total 20 or 25 questions. So this is to determine all of the documentations that IRCC will require you to upload on your account. So really, I would say that on this part right here, on the questionnaires part, this would determine your eligibility. At the same time, what are the documentations that you need to submit based on your answers, okay? And there are also some guidelines on here, how to upload your documentation. And if you're just, trying to see the look and feel of the system, you can actually create the account for like 60 days, I think. Yeah, 60 days prior to completely send your application. So that way you will get used to how the system works, right? So you would have that, and your information or documentation will stay in the system in 60 days, within 60 days. Yeah. On this part right here, you will be, given a guidelines, the format of the documentations that are being accepted by the system. So it can be JPEG, PDF, document, like the Word document, that can be also accepted by the system. But in my experience, I've used for the entire, like all of the documentations I've used, I love PDF. Yeah, that's a perfect application for me. So on this most awaited part, okay, of creating your GCKey. So these are all of the lists that the system, or based on my answers from the questions being presented to me earlier. So these were all the lists IRCC had required me to upload and send together with my application. So if you can see here, we have the application forms. So yeah, we can check it, item by item. So application form, you can actually download this, but for some reason, some of the forms can't be, like, you can't view it. I think there is a need for you to like download Adobe, something like that. But yeah, I did it on my other laptop. So here you can click on the question mark icon, so you would know what exactly are the documentations that they are asking from you. So business registration, since I have answered that I do own a business. Okay. And for travel history, so these are your previous passport if you just recently renewed your passport. If you do have visa expired already, then you can also include it. And a lot more related to your previous travel. Photos, I've included also. Of course, your passport. Yeah, you know it. We knew it. Passport is given already. So proof of means, or this is your proof of funds. So yeah, any of this. You don't need to necessarily submit all of what's being listed here. Just any of the items listed that you currently have available to you. So bank statements. They actually asked for bank statements for the past 4 months, but I've submitted 6 months though. So yeah, really up to you, but that's my choice. So digital photo, when you get to a studio, you can just let them know that you're applying for a Canada visa, and they knew what to do actually. Okay. Alright, for the purpose of travel, say for the flight ticket departing to Canada, I didn't book it really, so I've just reserved it, like get a screen capture of the round-trip ticket costs. And for the travel itinerary, I made my own travel itinerary, so these are the places that I wanted to visit. And for hotel booking, I just went to the booking.com application and I randomly picked those hotels that are free of charge if you wanted to cancel them. So this form right here is your family information. So you will have to list here your parents' information, your siblings' information, your half sisters, your half brothers should be listed here as well. And here you have the client information. So your letter of explanation should be uploaded in this section of your GCKey account. So your letter of explanation is like your additional document that you can let the visa officer know as to why you should be granted for a visitor visa, like your reasons, like you need to visit these places because you are a traveler, you love to travel, so those kind of information or those kind of reasons. So that's what I did actually. So at this point of time, I'm all set and ready to submit my application. So on this page, you just need to click on continue application, and you will be presented with all of the question and answers that you have provided before. You just need to hit on the continue button right here if there's nothing that you wanted to do from here. Alright, and if you also have last minute change on the documentations that you already uploaded, then you can do it from here also. You will get presented with all of the documentations that you have uploaded on this page. And since this is an online application, so you really don't need to sign your application. So all you need is highlight that I agree and then provide your first and your last name and click on the sign button right there. And lastly, this is the payment portion of the entire process. So in my case, I've used my own credit card in paying the fees, and really it's very quick. So it would just take you like less than 5 minutes, I would say. So the system is just authenticating your information or your credit card information at this moment, and you will receive this OTP. So if you're doing online transactions or processing, so you will be familiar on this process. So so your transaction has been approved, and you will get that congratulations message from the system. So that's it for the entire process of applying for a visitor visa to Canada, from creating your GCKey account up until submitting your online application. Thank you so much for watching. So I really do hope that you learned something. Don't forget to hit the like button right there and subscribe on our channel so you will get notified whenever we upload a new video.